This is Living Legend Brian Wall with my third YouTube chess video. Today we're going to study an opening very popular with children. Father says, bring your pieces out, and they do. And the fork trick is knight e4. I used to give prison simuls, and this is a very popular opening there too. So if you're a kid, or your lifestyle will inevitably lead to a jail sentence, you would be well advised to study this opening. We'll start off with a blitz game I played a couple of days ago. And white played an unusual line, bishop b3. And now this knight has nowhere to go. So he goes back. I attack the weakness on g2. He makes the incomprehensible move h3. Now he attacks f7. It's not really scholar's mate, but I kick him away anyway. Now it looks like white's getting somewhere. It's got some pressure, but I wrapped the game up pretty quick. Usually people who allow the fork trick don't know what they're doing, so this would be a typical fork trick game. My next opponent's a little stronger. Andy Ree, Colorado champion and Pennsylvania champion, and a chess master. And our game went like this. This is not a good move, but it looks good because you have pressure on c6. I'll show you how to deal with it. Queen d5 is perfectly good, but I play queen g5. Now I'm attacking all these pieces and all these pieces. So he made the best move. He guarded his knight and attacked my queen. He safeguarded his rook. And now I think I played the best move a6. But I actually like this move better now. The idea is you dare him to take your knight, and then you play a6. And if the bishop retreats somewhere, you just take your piece back. And if the bishop goes this way, now there's a pin. And you'll get the piece back with bishop takes knight, or even b5. And bishop takes knight. So black has a good game, and he's also ready to castle. And to clear up a few loose ends, if Andy Rhea had played knight takes knight here, then queen g2 is possible, but it's stronger just to take the bishop, and you have the two bishops in a strong position. The 2008 U.S. Junior Champion is Tyler Hughes, and I taught him this opening when he was 9 years old. And he would go to little kid tournaments with this variation, worked out 35 moves with a computer. So it's kind of funny. And one time, when he was just a little kid, he said, "Hey Brian, you didn't tell me what to do on this move." And I laughed and said, "I can't tell you everything, Tyler. You gotta figure some stuff out by yourself." But the point is that if you take with the bishop or the pawn, then white gets his pawn back. But if you take with the queen, this is guarded, and black is just a pawn up with a winning position. Sorry, Tyler. One of the best things about the fork trick is that white insists on playing bishop takes pawn check here, which is a terrible move. There's at least 15 better moves. But white gets some fun. He gets a couple of checks in, and he thinks he has you on the run. But now you have the two center pawns and the two bishops, and the knights have no outposts. And you're also threatening pawn e4, and then queen takes knight. After 7, king g8, the best move is d4. Then we kick the knight back. And now black has a number of good choices. Depends what kind of player you are. I like permanent structural advantage. So I tend to go for this, and then queen f6. There are other good moves. Bishop g4, and this pressure is very annoying. And white's development looks like a joke. We can also just support our center with that. Not doing anything fancy, we just keep our two bishops. And we can also just push the pawn or take on d4. They're all good for black. After 8, d3, 8-6, knight h3. Let's just talk in general terms. Black has so many good options. I'll just name a few. The king usually goes to h7. The queen can go to f6 or d6 or queen e8. The bishop can go to d6 or c5 or bishop g7 is a cozy little development. This bishop can go to f5 or take on h3 or go to g4, all good. So black has many good options, and it's up to you which way you like to play. Now we're going to look at a line that's deceptively tricky. It looks simple. I don't really care about these pawns being doubled, because then this becomes a monster bishop. So I generally play bishop d6, and now I should castle. But in one game I rushed it with f5, which is a huge blunder, destroying my center because white gets his piece back and I'm dead. Now we are going to go over a game showing the perils of overconfidence on both sides, white and black. Ann Davies thought up a good idea. She thought we could have a Halloween tournament. We all dress up in costumes and play chess. So this is the 2005 Halloween tournament in Denver. I was supposed to be a medieval knight, but I looked like Friar Tuck. And my opponent looked like Juliet of Romeo and Juliet. And her name is Renee Delaware. So I'm giving a simul. I'm in a costume. And here Renee did not castle. She just played d3. And I taught her the fishing pole a couple of months. She thought it'd be funny to catch me in a fishing pole. Now here 8-6 is a good move. I suppose she would play the fishing pole on me. But I played a terrible move, f5. And now check. And queen here would kill me with the typical fishing pole move, queen g6. And if I take the knight, checkmate. However, we both missed a few nuances. So she played queen h5 first. And now I could have covered this square with bishop check and h6. And I'm half alive because I'm not allowing her to play bishop d5 check. I missed that. I played h6 right away. And now she missed queen g6 and just took the exchange. And I could have played queen f6 here, but I continued my horrible play. So here I played g6, and after queen g6, it's mate in 4.